Alright, I filmed this on November 7th, Wednesday, 2018, in the evening. I got down there a little late. I actually forgot all about the daylight savings time hours switchback. Um, which, yeah, I was kind of disappointed that I didn't get down there a little earlier. Give me a little more time for filming. Um, but you can obviously see this boat off in the distance, going through the sunbeam coming across the water. Um, what's really interesting in this is you can obviously see the sun getting smaller. I know people will disagree with me, at least the ball babies um, will cry saying, oh, that's not getting smaller. And I'm going to tell you that it's obviously is. Um, I always like to do a little searching around, and it didn't give me much time to search the horizon because the sun was low on the horizon to begin with. But I did take a little search out here, um, and I wish I would have, been able to go a little bit slower. You know, I can see some things out here, like that boat. I could, just see a little pin dot out there. So I kind of zoom in on it, and you'll obviously see some other objects in the background. But what's really important is the footage after this. Um, well, you'll see when after the sun vanishes into the horizon, I see another boat. Like I just passed a boat that was behind the bigger boat there. Um, but you'll see a boat that is way out in the distance, and I'll zoom in on it and I'll track it. But that's going to be in part two. People don't really want to watch these long videos that I make. But for myself, I enjoy them. I actually am going to be making them for myself. So they're actually, documented here on YouTube. I can always go back and pick them out and download them again if I lose them on mine. If I lose a hard drive or something. So hopefully they never shut my channel down. I try not to do things to get my channel shut down. But here's an object out here on the horizon. Not sure what it is. You see the light glaring off the water, which kind of glares me out, not allowing me to see. But look at that boat go by. And I laugh about it because I'm like, that's pretty cool when you see something farther in the distance and then you see something closer up running almost on the same horizon line, but not quite. He's obviously, in closer, but what I was talking about was increments. If you took increments of millimeters on this, you would see that the distances increases. Now here comes another boat coming across the horizon. Now right here is where you can obviously see the sun getting smaller. Watch it. It does get smaller and smaller. And also look at the shape of it. It's more of a disc shape, and that's where I'm starting to have some different opinions on what the sun actually is. Is it a reflection? Is it a glowing ball, 93 million miles away? That I definitely know is not true. I really question that. Science just, have changed their minds on the distance to the sun. Why? Because they honestly do not know. They're not going to go up there and take a tape measure and measure it. So it's always just a theory, an estimate, a guesstimate. But now, people can say what they want to say about the size of this sun, but to me, it is obviously changing size. Maybe because the magnification isn't occurring as much as usual. So it's keeping it from being magnified. Here I zoom in a little closer, and I want just you to watch this. I get another boat go across. But there's an object right about in the middle in the horizon and where the sun meets the water. You'll see a little object there. There is something out there. I don't know what it is. It's too small to resolve. The angular size of it is just too small to get any kind of information off of it, what it is. But why would I even be seeing something that far out there? Oh, I forget. They'll say refraction is pulling all that water up from behind the curve. Well, somebody else told me that a mirroring effect, this would only happen, compression would only happen on a convex mirror. And I say no, the compression happens on a concaved mirror, not on a convex mirror. But really, I'm going to give you a little shot of this boat that comes across after this sun vanishes into the horizon. And I love the colors that come off of this. I get a little green flash, which was cool. And it just looks like it flattens out into the distance. Doesn't look like it's going over a curve to me. There's always that little gap. And you always get different, I always get different effects on the sun. That's why I say, why don't we get the same effect, the same effect, the same effect? Because the atmosphere, the atmosphere plane, always has an effect on it. Now, I'm going to pan to the right, zoom in, and you see that little object out there. I think it's a boat anchored out there, shrimp boat doing some shrimping. And then here I find this other boat out here. Now, if you look very carefully, when I actually get on it right and let the camera just roll without moving it around, now you'll see that this boat will have a little light flashing on it. See the light flashing? You're actually seeing the whole boat, I believe, but it's just compressed. All right, thanks for watching.